I know this hand. This is just a punt.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, what a spoiler.
It's not even an interesting punt. It's just a punt.
I would just peel here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it like, oh fuck me. Okay, yeah, I mean like the guy's just got ace king off, right?
So obviously, I'm very unfamiliar with this spot, right? Like the anti game with the, or maybe this is pre-ante, but the no rake structure with all of the flats from regs and stuff. I had seen tons and tons and tons of people just saying, "Fuck you, I have pocket sevens, I'm all in." Like, and because of that, I just thought there was a pretty high likelihood this player was screwing around. But in hindsight, I think this player is actually playing really solid. Not MIDI, but solid.
Okay.
And my hand is just a fold. If we were 100 deep, it's indifferent. I ran it, but we are 150 deep, and so the hand.
Okay, so
I just didn't.
Might flat aces or like ace king suited.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see the showdown.
Or kings. It's one of those.
No, luckily it's not quite that good. Yeah. So I would say this is top of range for him, and he actually played it well. He is supposed to have a flat with queens this deep, and it is supposed to mix shoves in this spot. I just wasn't very familiar with the spot, and I run like a god.
No, so oh my god, double cooked him.
Also, this is like some like very stoic Eastern European guy. I feel like, and you could tell he was still his version of tilted.
Oh yeah.
It was like, so really, this is how it is. Like, and then he got in the Twitch stream. He was pretty steamed up.
Oh, so. Did you watch his stream?
No. Like he got. I was on a call with Joanne, and he like joined the stream. Oh, yeah, and then he joined the stream, and like he's like, yeah. So, anyways, good to win that one.
You got to win some though, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. Chusla, I've seen loads of this guy. Okay, so like I think tens, I would squeeze.
Yeah.
Like eights, nines, I would probably just check. Sorry, just call. Maybe mix a little bit of nines as squeeze.
Sure. Yeah, and you can mix a little bit of tens as calls as well, but squeeze is pretty natural.
I like the check. 7-6-3 is going to be like one of these boards where like they're going to have suited connectors as well that they peel with pre, and they're going to be quite connected to the board. I mean, you're not always going to get it in on the flop, as in like, I mean, the SPRs too, right? So it's like, you're always going to get it in, but you're not going to be like loving life.
For sure.
In certain spots.
For sure. In fact, they should probably be willing to make some hero folds with sort of like hands that otherwise would call off. But yeah.
Okay. How do we approach turn? Maybe half pot on turn?
Or
do you want to go a bit bigger? Or do you prefer check jam?
Well, I'm for sure. I think check jam is quite nice. The problem with half pot is that everything that calls has so much equity against the hand, except for like
much equity by betting half pot. You want to bet bigger or check rip, basically.
There's like no clean rivers, but yeah, I mean you can almost just like open rip. To be honest with you, like you can't really bet pot and then leave quarter pot behind on the river. Like,
yeah, and it comes a spade or a heart, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a very awkward spot. But yeah.
Okay, I quite like jam as well. Okay, Chusla just says fuck you and just jams himself.
Yeah, I beat him into the pot here.
I'm sure you did. It feels like either a combo draw or just like, I guess like ace 5 of hearts. It could be ace 5 of spades. Maybe checks flop.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, in this pool, you can. Yeah. Unlucky.
Yeah, he's just cooked there, right? Like he's just can't really do much. It's the same as having eights and nines in that spot, I guess. Well, I mean, eights you'd actually make a set. So.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how like if I put the money in myself, like he needs to be able to find some big hands to fold because the board is so good for him. He's going to be over calling if he calls all the sets, all the straights, all the combo draws, and then nines and it. So I think it's a bit of an overplay from him with his particular hand because the board is so good from him that his hand is not as good as it looks.
Yeah, I agree. I think like nines is just like a bit too strong to like rip in here. Also like he's kind of sandwiched as well. So like if you bet, then I guess he would have to call. But like I think open jamming the turn is a bit spicy though, because you still have like a bunch of good hands. You still have aces and kings as well.
Yeah,
like queens, jacks, everything.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and clairvoyance behind as well. I
Yeah,
think
and
it's
clairvoyant could like easily just have like a set that they just decide to check. I mean, I don't think they'd check a set on 763 three-way, but
Mhm.
you know, there's going to be sometimes when they do check because they're not regs or whatever, and they just
Yeah.
play like you know. I've seen some funky shit already in this challenge, and there's a lot of stuff that I would think that you know that's a bit odd, or I'd expect them to do that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, your value bets are a function of denying equity and winning money in a view when called. So, of course, this hand denies equity, but any hand that jams denies equity.
yeah.
And then the question is, what's your EV when called? At best, you're flipping. Like,
Yeah, like they're gonna have a lot of draws. Like Chuzak can definitely call like a lot of his suited ace x pre, a lot of like his king x suited pre, like broadways. Also, just like 8-9 suited because like even though he's kind of like piggy in the middle in this situation, he's gonna have a hand. Like I think like his suited connectors are gonna perform better than his pairs because your pairs are quite capped. I think like nines is probably the worst pair that you squeeze. So I think when he calls with a pair here, obviously like you know, set mine and whatever, it's like it's fine. But nines are going to be cooked here quite a lot.
hmm hmm yeah,
So you again.
this is
Okay, 12.5. Man, this oyster boy is fruity. Like he is fruity. He free bet 8-4 suited on the button, and then called a small four bet.
I saw that hand.
What the
Yeah,
that, and then just get it in against Stefan, right? It was against Stefan, wasn't it?
I don't remember who it was against, but yeah, I think Oyster is having some fun in this challenge.
This guy is just like messing about. It was
Yeah,
uphill. I wouldn't do anything else. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, thanks for the free card, sir.
yeah, yeah,
10 of spades. Oh, okay, we take that.
yeah.
Yeah, like when it comes to turn when he checks flop, it's like what has he just got like top set or something and then just decided to check flop?
I don't know. I mean, it's a board where people would naturally range bet a lot.
Sure.
So it should set off alarm bells of one kind or another. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he goes for basically like pot bet, I mean obviously with your hand in particular, you have like a very easy call, but like
Mhm.
if you had like I don't know, Jack 10 suited or something, and then you had like Jack 10 of hearts, you wouldn't be in love with it, but
No, I wouldn't.
you probably still have to call.
I would call. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a lot of fold equity if they check river, and you have implied odds as well. So,
Ooh.
oh yeah, I guess I just thought Oyster Boy was full of shit and just decided to rip it.
But Oyster Boy is not folding top pair, right? Is he folding
No,
middle pair?
no, no. Oyster, I'm trying to get Oyster to fold like ace five hearts.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
His airs, right? His pure airs.
yeah. Oyster had
King Queen,
king
yeah.
queen.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would probably just see that as Oyster, but
Mhm.
I've seen him three bet and check a lot. It seems
Uh,
to be his thing.
yeah, yeah. Well, I wish I had known that. I think
Late break that info.
I don't really love the way I played this hand. We have a lot of other bluffs we could choose,
Sure.
but well, just decided to run my equity.
Yeah, that's
So
fair. I mean, like, I would probably just call turn because he bets pot as well, right? Like,
yeah,
when he bets pot, I know that if he's full of shit and I get there, happy days, I'm getting his stack, right? But then
mhm.
if he's not full of shit, he ain't folding. Like this guy's not folding top pair. Like,
To be fair, it's not a disaster to get this hand in against top
yeah,
pair,
you have a ton of
right?
equity.
Yeah. So the thing that I'm most concerned about is that if he's over bluffing turn, I'm not going to realize equity on most rivers.
Yeah,
So like,
sure.
yeah, it's a bit. Either plays okay, I guess.
Just cool.
hmm
Check raise.
Sure. This would be fine. I mean, we have very few draws to pick from here, but we do have 6-4 suited, 6-3 suited, some other ones that I'm too tired to name, and then all the backdoors.
Yeah.
And 4-3 suited, I guess, is the other one. So this hand can consider check call just because having ace high is a bit better than some of those low cards. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good choice of river you've got there.
Yeah, well, I didn't bank a club on the last one, so clearly I was due, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you late
this,
rigged it. That's fine. Okay, so approaching river. like this run out is not horrendous for like his top pair hands.
Hmm.
I mean, it's obviously you still do have like 4-6 and stuff like that. Like, you know, peeling the big blind, you're gonna have like some suited connectors, suited gappers, whatever. I think like you make 2 pair on the river here sometimes with like 5-3 suited and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, so do you choose to check rip this one instead of betting yourself?
Absolutely. I don't think we should play any leads on this river. I think that the bulk of our range is going to be bluff catchers. Um, Something like 8x of clubs, weak king X. We didn't check raise turn, so the 3 has to have improved us a lot for us to justify leads, which I don't think is really the case.
Yeah.
I mean, when you just think about it, right? Like, do we expect, let's say we do have a good hand. Do we expect BFGGG to do a ton of checking back? No.
Not
I mean, this
really.
looks like a pretty safe river, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, if you have a strong hand, then you would rather check and let him bet. So,
Yeah. I mean, like the only thing is like obviously against big blind, the big blind range is like super wide. Does make some 2 pairs, but like BFG can still have like a set of fives.
but sure. Well, yeah. I mean, I think BFG on the turn, normally regs are going to overbet this turn, but he's kind of repping like some of the under pairs to the king, like nines plus on the turn. Some of those might be thin enough that they check back river, but you're going to see a bet, a reopen, certainly with any king after he goes 2/3 on the turn instead of
Yeah.
overbet. So,
River's gonna be interesting. I'm just not sure like what size he would pick here. Because like I think if he has a hand like ace king, king queen, or something like that, he just bet like I don't know, like 125% pot something, or like 60% pot. I think
mhm.
you'd use a small size on this river.
Well, you tend to see the solver bet a similar size over each street as they did the previous street,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, if you bet 66% on the turn, you're saying you have a medium strength hand. On the river, it makes sense to continue to say you have a medium strength hand. If you happen to have the nuts, I'm supposed to raise a lot into a medium strength range. So, yeah, I wasn't too shocked to see what I think was the smaller size.
Okay,
Yeah.
B70. Okay.
Mhm.
I think we
Yeah.
just pile, right? Like, there's
Yeah.
no point of doing any fancy shit.
No. Yeah.
I feel like he's got a set. I don't know why. Small sizes, like I'm a little bit more worried about like a set of fives here.
I mean, having a set is very hard to do, but
Yeah, I mean it's annoying when we don't get to see it as well.
oh, I know what he had. He had King Ten of Hearts.
Okay. Do you think
Yeah,
that should call a check jam on the river?
it's indifferent.
Okay.
It's a very big jam for me. He shouldn't have to call very often. He did tank call. He might have decided I'm over bluffing and pure called, or he might have randomized. Um, but it's just a zero EV hand. Yeah.
Interesting.
The tilting 2.5x from freeway,
Yeah.
making me get out my pre-flop fucking sims.
Oh. Okay. I mean
Yeah.
you're pretty deep, like you're over 200 deep, right?
Yeah.
I would raise this turn.
Really.
Yeah. It's I don't know, like it's a really weird one. You're like he goes for this really like weird size, like 2.5x pre, like when you're 200 bigs deep. It's just odd, I think. Um, Overbet's turn, like you're gonna stack hands like kings and queens. I don't know about this small size. Like it's a bit of an odd one.
Kings and queens doing this a lot would be because freeway has some kind of a read that I'm going to be playing poorly in some way. On a 3 connected board, like my defending range is going to be like pair plus open ender and better.
Yeah. You can
Facing
have
two
yeah,
X
you can have like 8-9. You can have like 10-8 and stuff like that for sure.
right? But how much value are you really capturing with kings when you 2x the pot and I have a pair plus open ender? You lose on a 9, you lose on an 8, you lose on, well, not on a queen because you make straight on a queen.
Sure.
But let's say you had aces, right? You lose on a king, you lose on a queen, you lose on a 7, you lose on a 9, you lose on an 8. And this is like best case scenario. You can also
Yeah, sure.
so betting the size of one pair hands doesn't make a ton of sense. Raising could be good in certain fields, like for someone who is 2xing aces and will call. This, of course, right? If you can see their hand. But I'm not going to. I'm expecting him to rep better than that and play very few raises.
So you're not raising turn.
Yeah, because the other thing is that Freeway needs to protect his checking range, and so he can have a hand like King Queen very not easily, but like it's pretty reasonable. Whereas it's almost impossible for me to check back King Queen very often. Like because we are deep, I should sometimes potentially check back the nuts, but you know, it's more a hand that he can rep than me. So yeah, I think generally, if your opponent is polarized, you know, you just kind of want to call and let them keep bluffing or keep the pot small against the nuts. Yeah.
Now, are we gonna find like a hero call here with like against ace high?
Yeah, I think we probably do end up heroing.
I mean, you beat ace queen.
Well, we also beat fucking 5-4 off.
Yeah, you beat all of the shit, obviously. Yeah.
The thing is, sorry, maybe I shouldn't swear for the bits.
Oh no, don't worry. You say what you want, man.
Okay.
You fucking beat 5-4 off, like.
yeah. I mean, this challenge you just kind of gotta put on your big boy pants sometimes. That's like in the call. So, yeah. I imagine I called
Ace queen off. Ace 8 off.
Queen 8.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I know, it's all a blur, man. It's like instead of being 5-4 off, yeah.
It just feels like that hand is overdoing it, though.
Yeah, actually,
that has to be an overdo. Like the pot's like $12.50 pre, right? Like, or $12, not even $12.50. You save 50 cents, right? And like on this board, you want to go check, and then you want to overbet the turn, and then once like his fucking alarm bells must have been going. Like, how are they not going off here? Because like if I 2x pot this turn and get called, I'm shitting myself. Like, and then I would never think that a 10 is a good card to punt it on because you have so much 10x that you call turn with. You have 10-9, you have Jack 10, you have like Queen 10, you have 10-8, 10-7.
Well, listen, I think that this player is probably not doing very well in the challenge at this point. To be perfectly honest, I wish him all the best, but I'm pretty sure he's
a bit fruity though. Like this is like outrageous.
I played some other hands with him as well. Like I'd lay money he's probably buried without looking at the leaderboards, and I'm pretty sure what he's thinking is like super like mass database guy. I check back 2x pot, 2x rivers overfolded. Screw you. I'm just not going to think. I'm just going to bet these
I don't think you can ever fold there because like it's nuts or nothing quite literally, and that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, some players, some really spicy players in the challenge, what they end up doing is they overbluff, you hero fold, then you try to make a stand, and then they're going really out of line thin, which can be really sick.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of like value trick like queens where you have equity, you know, like because of the open ender, and then they hero call 9-8, and you just kind of some players are really good at playing that game, but in this case, I think it's just like it's more one-dimensional than that.
Yeah, sure.